Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Enderal. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today as I have a chat with Kalia. She was springing very important questions on us last episode, and the last question she sprung on us was that the rich don't care for the poor because they're rich. And I'm gonna say I understand what you're saying, but you're blowing this out of proportion. Getting angry doesn't help anyone. Let's see if that... She probably won't like that, but let's see. She didn't say anything.
And once again, you've had to listen to another deluge of my whining.
Oh, don't worry.
I guess I'm just not a person for pleasantries. Sorry.
I was the one doing a deluge of whining last episode, but not this episode, though. Well, at least not yet. That's alright. I think you need someone to cheer you up from time to time. Oh, that's interesting. Is she... A character like her is very easy to stereotype, not stereotype, but I guess to write a character like her, because you just make her build walls around herself. It's a very common, not trope, but it's just a thing. A thing that people do. It's just a thing that you can write a character very easily around that. Is she doing that just now? And if that's the case, what I should focus on is on telling her she's not alone. And siding with her, even if I don't agree with her, siding her, even if I have to lie, at least that's what I would play. Even if I had to lie and just be like, yeah, I agree with you, just for a little bit, you know, and try to tell her she's not alone, specifically that she's not alone. And actually, I think the world could use more people like you, is sort of telling her she's alone. It's just, I don't want to go with that. Just try not to antagonize or to agonize over those things. Yeah, let's just... Yeah, no need to be. I enjoy your talks.
Saira, I have to ask you something. You said these things to me. Why?
Ellipses have 3 dots. Things?
Compliments. Comments that you... I don't know how to put it.
Yes, I know. It's like a threshold that the video game has, that once you reach it... it triggers a script, or it's a check done right now. Either way works. So yeah, being nice to you. That's the thing throughout the game. I did a little bit. Let's see what I can do here. Well, I thought maybe the two of us could spend some time together in very straightforward. Let's not be... Yeah, let's not, like... I was just talking about the walls. Let's not try to just bulldoze them down. Because I like you. Is that a problem? That's very passive-aggressive, though. It's like, is that a problem? Do you have a problem with that? I mean, are we gonna fight right now? I mean, we don't have that kind of relationship. Let's go with that, though.
No, but I just don't think that's a good idea.
It's not an idea. Can I not? Aw, why not?
I'm not made for things like that. I've never felt the need for them, and honestly, I think it's dangerous. At least for me.
Not asking for... requital. I'm not asking for requital. I mean, if you're you know, you're not into love, you're not into love, and it's just, it's fine. It's my own thing. Let's see what I can say. Never felt the need to. I'm quoting her. You're saying you've never had feelings for someone. I fear that's what she was saying. Can I press that? Is she gonna be aromantic? Because that would be pretty cool. Let's see.
No, never.
I'm not gonna ask. I want to push because I want to really confirm. Maybe she's gonna confirm later on, but let's see. Is it because I'm a woman?
No, it has nothing to do with that. It would just be a bad idea, that's all.
Yeah, normally I wouldn't push, but it's a video game. Sorry, I just don't... Oh, wait, what? Oh, I'm forced to say this. Sorry, I just don't get it. Why do you think we shouldn't pursue this?
Because... You know a lot about me, Saira, and I appreciate our contact, which is the only reason I just told you all of this. So please, respect my wishes.
I wanted to!
Let's leave it at that for now. We've still got a lot to do. The first of Quarak's ships will reach shore soon, and we have to be prepared.
Yes, we have. I've completed part 3 of the thing. You didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything. Yeah, I wonder if it is, you know, it could be used as a plot device. And of course, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean she's aromantic. It just might mean that she is she never was in a situation where she fell in love with someone, which is totally valid as well. Where am I supposed to go? Over there. But yeah, I really, I mean, I didn't want to push. Like she was pretty obvious right at the beginning. I should have backed off, but I really couldn't, because the only option was that, to get out of the dialogue. The other two options that I did were because I knew they weren't gonna have effects. Video games.
An outlander.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing in this part of the city? Shouldn't you
I'm dancing.
I don't know, somewhere
Dancing?
else?
Dancing. I'm dancing. I think I know how to get to where I want to go.
Knows what he's doing.
Do I? I do indeed.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Oh shit.
Oh boy. Really? You say swear? Maybe this society doesn't care about swear words, for all I know. Actually, why does the West, at least the West, I say the West as in...
But that's ridiculous. We have to at least try to negotiate.
You know his demands. There's no basis for negotiation.
He has not seen what we have seen. The writings, the memories of the prophetess. If he just realized...
Taranor Korek would rather throw away his comb that had been a mistake. Believe me, I know him.
I am sure the Grand Master has a solution ready. After all, he was the one who dismissed Korek's attempts to negotiate so swiftly.
First we wait for the group's return, then we will see.
But it's been a week.
My sirs?
What?
Shit. What took you so long? And where is Constantine?
That's a long story.
Ooh. Oh, we're gonna tell the story now. Still this Emperor.
And those were his final words?
Oh, he told the story.
I can't believe it.
Simply another victim of the High Ones. If we do not activate the beacon soon, he won't be the last.
Oh, right. The beacon. If it's activated, we'll simply glow the red madness away, won't we? Or maybe we could, for once in all this, do something that actually makes sense, and focus our resources on finding an alchemistical or thaumaturgical solution to this problem, rather than trusting in a pile of scrap metal.
That was
by
not
the
what...
prophet's ass! Won't you just shut up for a minute? All day long you do nothing but babble, getting on our nerves, and nothing you ever say gets us any closer to a fucking solution. So why don't you just shove off to one of the bathhouses? Go torture the washerwomen with your never-ending lamentations. That would be helpful for a change.
You will take that back.
Will I?
Oh, crap.
Come here and make me. I'd be delighted.
Oh.
Blasphemy.
Guard your
This
tongue,
is blasphemy.
wild mage, or...
Why is
Or
it blasphemy?
what? Are you gonna kill me? That's what you do best, you and your fucking order.
Does she want to die right now?
You are angry, Lishari Pegast, and I understand why. But in the moment you let that anger destroy this alliance, Firespark's sacrifice will have been in vain. Is that what you want?
She's not attacking, you'll notice.
Is that what you want?
She's not attacking.
No, it isn't.
Good. I am tired of this endless bickering. We have a responsibility, and we will fulfill it.
Well said, Aranthiel. And how exactly do you think we are going to do that? Without the sources, the beacon is as worthless as a heap of rusty iron.
The chroniclers are on it, and they will find the answer. Novice, tell Commander Aaron to join us. We need to plan the defense of the land. You, Prophetess, will speak to me as soon as you have recovered. Now, let us get to work.
I think we didn't skip anything when we showed up. I didn't want to get too close. Lishari!
The sun be praised, you've made
Jorek
it.
is right. A war
Constantine.
with Nerim? This is
You
madness.
didn't deserve this.
I
It's
know
just
that
not
it is
fair.
going to be tough.
Well, he
have
was
no choice.
he was sort
The
of
beacon
yeah, he
is
acted
all
as
that
if
we
he
have.
was possessed. Maybe his mind was not strong enough for all this.
Then none of us are strong enough. Yeah, Constantine wasn't exactly the most approachable fellow, but he was a damn skilled mage.
And he
I
didn't-
have to talk to you as soon as possible. It's about the seal in that letter we found on the mercenaries in Old Rashengrad. I believe I'm onto something.
Sounds good to me.
Wherever you look,
Their client is from
where is this
Enderal.
supposed to lead?
From Ark, to be more precise. Let's not talk here, though. Meet me in the Dancing Nomad. I'll be in the first room upstairs, right at the end of the staircase.
Mm-hmm. I know it well.
And hurry.
Oh, I will. Wait. Why so secretive?
Well, why do you think? Come
Yeah.
to the Dancing Nomad after you've spoken with Oranthiel.
Okay.
See you there.
Copy that. I know that room well enough. That jerk over there doesn't. He's a maybe. It's this. Yeah. No, but Tara. She is busy right now. I hope they're not bugged. Jespar. He doesn't talk. Yep, he's just talking to Oranthiel. It's a good thing that I talked to her though. Oh no, they're just bugged. We got this. We got this. Sort of. Don't like that other people talked at the same time. I will come back in a little bit. Go to the basement. Just very quickly. Game's autosaving. Well, I don't know. Well, there goes the autosave, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, the beacon. The beacon.
Whoa,
the
whoa.
beacon. We don't even know what this thing does, let alone if it will work. If you start only because of that damn machine, it means putting the lives of thousands at risk. Only because of some vague idea. This is ludicrous, Tila. It's entirely irrational. The man I knew would never have acted like this.
Yes, because that man is dead. I've made decisions driven by fear and selfishness before, and they were always wrong. I will not let that happen again. Seriously, Natara, stop acting as if this were about reason. You're just afraid of making sacrifices for what you believe in. You always were.
Look at him.
Sacrifices? This is about your damn pride, Tilor. Nothing else.
I hate them. I hate them so much back there. Hey, Natara. I can't talk to you. Where did he go? Okay, well, what? Oranthiel! Wait a freaking minute. I don't get it. I don't know what the game wants. Hey, Oranthiel. Oranthiel, whatever. It's words. Well. I'm gonna need to go after them. Sounds good to me, I guess.
Pathlessness, wherever you look. Where is this supposed to lead?
My fist to your face. Hey. Yeah, they're doing weird things. Maybe we're supposed to follow them. I don't remember if he said anything about that, though. But she kind of has a point. Well, and also she might be the salvation here. She has the same point that she's been making all along, and that's why Lishari was so upset. Because she's also very invested. Is that this is all grasping at straws. Oh, great. Oh, right. I need to meet him over there. Hey, can I talk to you? No? Okay. Well, if you're not going to talk to me, I'm not going to talk to you. Did they teleport? Because they do that sometimes with the scripts. They do. Don't tell me he's duplicate.
The prodigy, huh?
Are you gonna shut up?
We owe you for the shards of this sigil stone. I didn't think I would ever say this, but thank you.
No. No, I don't like you. Go away. There are 2 markers in here somehow. Oranthiel, we meet again. I didn't click. He just sighed at me. What was that about? Your argument with Natara in the Emporium?
Irrelevant. This madman, Koarek. He has completely reshuffled the cards. Now we not only have to deal with the High Ones, but also with him and his fanatics. However, there's also good news. You have probably seen it already.
You managed to reconstruct the beacon?
Physically, yes. And we also know how it works now, and how it can put an end to the cycle.
How?
It is easier than we thought. The beacon was constructed for one thing, to destroy the High Ones. Once reconstructed, infused with energy and activated, lit, as the Pyreans called it, it can banish the High Ones from this plane of existence.
Well, you can light your blunt, but you can also burn it. So I'm thinking what the Pyreans want is for it to be lit. in the right way, so that it destroys that. Because of what they said. Let's see, destroy them, how is it supposed to work? The high ones are. Yeah, I'm gonna be interrupted, let's see.
Immaterial, indeed. Essentially, they can
They
be
are?
compared to the cold or to shadows. Omnipresent elements.
Cold and
yet we
shadows
cannot
are
touch them.
material.
Energy, if you
I mean,
will.
insofar as anything
However,
is material.
there is a counterpart to each energy. Cold and fire, shadow and light. The high ones and the beacon.
Okay, you lost me there, dude. How are they material? How? Okay, they're ghostly. Is that what it is? Is it? I'm trying to remember what they are. If I take this game literally, which I have to, yeah, they're ghostly. Okay, they're ghostly. It's fine. Okay, I wasn't gonna say that they were immaterial or ghostly or ethereal or whatever. It's just it's not talking metaphysics here. I mean, although ghosts are usually considered metaphysics, or sometimes are considered metaphysics by role-playing game rules. Still metaphysical anyway. But it's not talking, oh, they're a concept, or they are a rule of nature, or whatever. They're just, he's just saying that they're ethereal. So you mean that the beacon is some kind of counterpart to what the high ones are?
Yes. Imagine a torch driving away the darkness in the moment it is ignited. This is what the beacon can do, except that the banishing will be permanent.
Right. What if we're in a black hole? Because then you're just feeding the darkness more. Because you're increasing its mass with a flame. Because energy has mass. Well, they're kind of codependent. Anyway, it sounds good. So what's keeping us from lighting it? I mean, the beacon, not the blunt. Sharim mentioned sources?
Yes, as I said, it needs to be infused with energy before it can be lit. I take it you have noticed the 3 sockets on its base.
I did.
They are what it draws its power from. Once they are filled, the beacon can be ignited and the high ones will be undone, once and for all. At least, if the old writings are true. The only thing left for us to find out is what these energy sources are. But we are close. Give the Arcanists some more time and I will let you know if there's any news. In the meantime, get equipped accordingly. Some of the Nerimes have landed already, and outbreaks of the Red Madness become more and more frequent as we speak.
I swear, this game is really well written. There's some hiccups that I take issue here and there, but they're mostly not at all. The pacing is so nice. Like this dialogue, and I had this impression as well with the other one. Like just as he was saying, "Oh, we need to find these stones," because those are MacGuffins. And the dialogue immediately shifted away from MacGuffin because I was sort of afraid when he started talking about the stones. I was afraid he was going to talk about how they do this and they're dead, and just usually focusing on that is just fluff. It doesn't matter because they're MacGuffins. They could be called anything. They could be roller. It doesn't matter. It's just activate the beacon. That's a thing. And nope, he just skips to the next task at end, and that's great. And we have other issues to deal with, and that's fantastic. Because otherwise they would, if there wasn't this, he would just have the beacon or the little things and just be like, here it is, let's do this thing and move on. But yeah, that's very good. Pacing is fundamental. And I ruin it constantly because I talk. And yeah, well, is there nothing we can do against the Red Madness? Distribute some of the sigil stones as shards among the people, maybe? I won't say that. I don't know that it skips anything, but I don't want to say that. I thought we knew. Well, did we know? We don't. It's a theory, isn't it? About the fact that people being religious, air quotes there, makes them susceptible to the Red Madness. Anyway, the Truchessa mentioned something about about what happened in Kira. What did she mean by that? And also, more to the point, were you being literal when you said? Because remember, this game is very literal. When you said that man was dead, please don't be literal. For once, be allegorical. Hint at the things that you're trying to touch on.
Well, it's only fair to tell you. You've always been honest to me, so I will do the same.
Right.
Have you ever heard of the Night of the Thousand Fires?
I think I have heard of the name, but that's like anytime anybody asks me, have you heard of this? And I'm like, I think I've heard of the name, just I don't know what it is, vaguely.
Between 8,192 and 8,202, there was an underground movement in Kira called the Red Half Moon. They were brought into being by a group of intellectuals and philosophers who, under all the freedom of thought Saldrine granted them, started questioning the reign of the Golden Queen, and thus the Lightborn themselves.
Oh. I think this might be related to that dude that died. Freedom, also 8,192, that sounds so weird. It's 8,192, that's why we say 1983. It's 1983. Anyway, I'm pretty sure anyway. Freedom of thought from Saldrim granted them... That Saldrim granted them. What do you mean by that?
Saldrine saw himself as the god of knowledge, and accordingly he reigned his country. In Kira, no opinion is forbidden, which is why it is home to countless magic schools and universities, where people do nothing but discuss the reason for being all day long. An appealing thought if you hear it for the first time, but a cunning people isn't easy to reign. There have been more revolts and riots in Kira than bones in a graveyard, and the Red Half Moon was the worst of them.
So this Red Half Moon... Can I mention that he says no opinion? That is very in character. But opinions are a very specific thing. You can't say, oh, it's just my opinion, dude, when you're demonstrably false. You know, you can believe that you're right, but it's not an opinion. An opinion is something, oh, this movie is good because of this reason, and you can change your opinion depending on the facts that you proposed to. Oh, look at this movie that did the same thing as that movie, and this movie just copied it, and you're like, oh, it sucks then, and you change your opinion. That's what an opinion is. You can't say, oh, this is red, and be like, it's my opinion, it's red, and be like, no, it's not, it's purple, or whatever. And, that's a different thing. So, it's interesting, because it makes sense. He's the leader of an oppressive, dictatorial, and sensorial. No, sensorial might not be the word though, because sensorial means like the senses and not censorship. I don't know how you say that. A censorship heavy. It might be sensorial. I just don't know. But he's the leader of one such country, so it makes sense that it would be like, it's these plebs. They are not worthy of democracy. They don't even know how to write, which is a very common early argument against democracy. And of course, you needed education. Fortunately, those guys seem to have education. I'm not really sure what the riots were all about, but maybe they didn't have democracy, and that's why they rioted. Sounds like a bad idea. You know what? Sounds like a bad idea. If you don't have democracy and you're gonna let the people pursue their, what's the word? I mean, they probably didn't have democracy because it was like the god of knowledge. That sounds very counterproductive. That's no wonder. Anyway, so this Red Half Moon tried to end the reign of the gods, just like your son did. Correct?
Correct. Just as my son did. But other than him, they fought like cowards.
Them and their
dust
sniper
pistols
rifles.
Planted in the marketplaces and assassinations, you name it. If they killed innocents, they blamed the Golden Queen. And if they killed her soldiers, they celebrated themselves as liberators. However, they never succeeded in putting her down, and neither did she in destroying them, which is why the court turned to the Lightborn for help. A division of the Holy Order led by me, a young keeper of barely 30 winters.
Oof, the parallels here. So they had an insurrection guerrilla war, and they turned to foreigners. Who by the way, wait a minute. By the way, because he still had the at that time, did they have Malphos at the time? But still, even if they didn't, Enderal would still be a country with the path, and people who didn't abide by the path would all be killed, or they are outlaws. So what I mean the parallels here is the historical parallels. Unfortunately, I'm not thinking of any, but there are, because I'm just not very well versed in, well, modern history anyway. Because this bit of the insurrection, this would be like, I can't really think of any right now. I'm sure I need to study French history because there's definitely examples there of something like this. Not of France, the country, most likely the countries that came before. That eventually formed France. Let's see. European history, medieval history is just fraught with this sort of stuff. He mentioned the word terror. What I want to touch on, he mentioned the word terror. That's not. I'm not sure that's right, or it is right in the sense of the character, but it's not. They were. I think he's trying to depict them as terrorists from a meta-narrative perspective. But he said specifically that they blamed the Queen. If you're not trying to create a climate of terror, in the sense that you're like, imagine a war against the country, and you kill. Imagine country A and country B out at war, and every time a country or a person from country A tries to visit country B, they're killed. That's a climate of terror. That's, it's total war as well. So total war has that as well. But like, if you don't have any diplomatic relationships, that's a climate that, like, you're killing civilians and stuff. That is terror. And you can have other parallels, like, for example, imagine your country A is at war with country B, and every sort of person that deals with country B gets their family killed or something, like, or you start ambushing trade vessels that deal with the people that deal with country B, and it's creating this climate of terror so that people don't want to deal with country B. And I say country, but this could mean factions, it could mean anything. Terror is a thing that applies to anything. It could even mean interpersonal relationships, and absolutely can. Of course, terrorism is a different thing, of course, but specifically, and of course, terrorism is a very difficult thing to define. But what he's referring to here is that it was an insurrection war. They wanted to oust the government. I mean, as far as I can tell, anyway. And they were guerrilla, because of course they were guerrilla. But my problem is that they claimed that the Queen was at fault. They didn't claim, oh, it was us, and we killed you because of this. You know what I mean? Because then it would be terrorism. Because the objective would be to cause terror. As it is, it's just, it's a war that's going on. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that. It's just sort of interesting. But I think he might be a really bad guy. A really bad guy. Let's see what he is next episode, though. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Enderal. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, as always, thank you so much for watching, for listening, and if you have anything to say regarding what I said, I'm still, I'm talking as I read this, so there's a lot of things that are up in the air, and I don't explain myself all that well, so feel free to leave comments down below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.